I'm Andrew Douglas, live here on Action News 5. You're looking at images just a few moments ago. Air Force One landing and arriving here at the Air National Guard in Memphis, Tennessee. President Barak Obama in town to talk at commencement for Booker T. Washington, as well as talking to flood victims and first responders and people who were part of the flood disaster just a week or so ago. We are continuing our coverage here on Action News 5. We want to go to Joe Birch and Ursula Madden, who are live inside the Memphis Cook Convention Center, the site of the graduation ceremony. Good morning.
That's right, we're at Ballroom. More later in this hour.
Okay, Ben Watson live downtown as we await President Barak Obama to come to the Memphis Cook Convention Center and not only speak to the commencement class at BTW, but also the flood victims and the first responders. Let's go back to Action News 5's Joe Birch and Ursula Madden. They are live inside the commencement area where they have a special guest there. I see the former mayor, Joe.
Very good of you. Yes, and
all right, Ben Watson with BTW grads there, excited about the president coming to downtown Memphis. Arrived at about an hour ago. Air Force One touching down at the Air National Guard here. Pictures as it arrived in Memphis, Tennessee at about 9:55, about 60 minutes ago. And the president on his way there to meet with flood victims downtown, along with first responders who dealt with those historic floods last week, and for days making sure that this area was safe from historic flooding and minimized as much damage as possible. And you can see the president shaking hands with a number of dignitaries there. The Tennessee Governor Bill Haslam, along with Congressman Steve Cohen there, and Senator Lamar Alexander, Memphis Mayor A.C. Wharton there as well, and of course a couple students from Booker T. Washington. We'd like to show you the reason why the president is here is the White House Race to the Top Challenge. We want to show you that video that got the eyes and the attention of President Barak Obama. And the 153 graduates of Booker T. Washington High School so excited to meet and hear from the President of the United States, Barack Obama. They are going to have the graduation ceremony at noon today in downtown Memphis at the Memphis Cook Convention Center. That's where Action News 5's Joe Birch and Ursula Madden are live with a Memphis City School person there, Representative Joe.
That's right, Andrew. We are so now to Andrew in the studio.
Okay, Joe Birch, Ursula Madden, we will check back in with you in just a minute, but we want to go, there were a lot of people that couldn't get tickets to the commencement ceremony. Some decided to check out the motorcade on the street. Others wanted to go to a watch party, and we want to turn right now to Action News 5's Jamel Major, live at the Peabody Hotel, the site of a watch party this morning. Jamel?
Yeah, we're live in the venue.
Okay, Joe Birch, Ursula Madden in the beehive of activity at the Memphis Cook Convention Center as they get ready for graduation ceremonies there at noon today. Right now, let's go to Action News 5's Nick Kenny. He's live downtown talking to crowd members there, along with some of the students and alumni. What you got, Nick?
Yeah, Andrew. Colleague Andrew Douglas in the studio.
All right, Joe, thank you so much. I want to pass along a very interesting piece of information that just came to our newsroom just a few minutes ago. Apparently, the full graduating class at Booker T. Washington High School were gathered in a room with the principal. And the principal, Alicia Kiner, came out, started speaking to them, and then, surprise, the President of the United States, President Obama, came out and began speaking to the class. All 153 members of the class there speaking in a private room. People cheered, they screamed, they applauded. Mr. Obama said he was inspired by them. He was inspired by the video they sent and how they turned the school around. A lot had to do, he says, with the principal. A lot had to do with some great teachers, but this is mainly due to your success. And that's the video you're watching right there. The president talking to the students, how he was inspired by them. A lot, he said, had to do with the struggle to get here. It showed character and willingness to work hard and steer clear of the people trying to put you on the wrong path. He says these students have become role models in the area, and he emphasized that the students at Booker T. Washington High School, all 153 students, inspire him. He says he's got big expectations for him, got a lot more hard work to do. This is the beginning, not the end. So again, this information coming into our newsroom that the president had a chance to meet in a private room with all 153 graduating seniors at Booker T. Washington High School. What a thrill that must have been in that room. Apparently, one of the little girls began crying when the president was speaking, and the president came over and comforted her. Certainly an occasion that they will never, ever forget and be able to tell their kids and grandkids. Let's go live inside, back to my colleagues Joe Birch and Ursula Madden at the Cook Convention Center. Joe, Ursula?
Back to you in the studio.
Okay, Jamel, a few minutes ago we were talking about the president meeting with all 153 graduates in a small room just a few minutes ago. We understand that there's some audio on some video we'd like to show you. Let's show it to you now.
And I just...
Okay, and that was a portion of that video that you heard President Obama being inspired by these students here, all 153 graduates of Booker T. Washington High School. Next to him was Alicia Kiner, the principal of Booker T. Washington, and as well as Christopher Dean. He was one of the stars of that video that got the attention of the White House and so many others. And the graduation rate, that is really one of the major reasons why the President of the United States is here in Memphis today. Back in 2005, about 52% of people graduated at Booker T. Washington High School, 52% of seniors. In 2010, it went from 52% to about 81%. So amazing statistic there. One of the main reasons why the president is in town and going to give a commencement speech at Booker T. Washington High School. The first African-American president coming to the first African-American high school in Memphis and to give a graduation ceremony. Let's go live back to Joe Birch and Ursula Madden, who are in the Memphis Cook Convention Center right now, where the ceremony is about to begin. Guys?
That's right, Andrew Douglas. Andrew, the last graduate, has left the audience hall here.
Okay, Joe Birch, Ursula Madden, thank you so much for the coverage there. What an amazing event, ceremony, commencement there at Memphis Cook Convention Center this afternoon. Well, let's recap how this day began. Shortly before 10 o'clock, the President of the United States arrived at the Air National Guard at about 9:55. Then he took a motorcade to downtown Memphis. The interstate was shut off. And then he met with flood victims, first responders, the class of 2011 BTW, the 155 graduates in a small room. He talked to them about how much the students inspired them. And now he is on his way out of that building, the Memphis Cook Convention Center, and Secret Service and security have the interstate blocked off. These are live pictures right now of I-240 at Mill Branch. You can see there is no traffic on the interstate now as security, police, they wait for the president to go ahead and get back to the Air National Guard to take off shortly after 2. There's another picture here, another live camera. You can see traffic on the interstate is stopped on I-55 here. This is I-55 and 240. Live pictures, as you can see, the traffic stopped, waiting for the president to return back to the Air National Guard. Here's another angle there, the I-55 southbound at 240 there, as the president expected to leave in about an hour or so after his commencement speech at the Cook Convention Center downtown. An amazing speech that inspired so many there, a wonderful ceremony that certainly is something that these graduates will remember for a long, long time. Earlier we talked about how the president met in a small room before the commencement even began. He met in a small room with the graduates, all 155. Initially, the graduates were supposed to be there just with the principal, going over some last-minute things, and then, surprise, the president showed up and addressed the class in this small room. We'd like to show parts of that video right now.